Morning guys, just a quick one. I want to do a quick rig. How I make my one up, one down sladdy rig for plaice, flounders, sole, eels, you name it. I want sole, so it's really for sole and stuff, but I'm going to give it a go tight to the bottom. So I'm going to show you how I make mine from scratch and hopefully you enjoy it. Right then. Let me just move all this stuff out the way. I'll put you here. I'm going to show you what we need. So yeah, right then, let's have a look. Shots on today. Let's give this a go. First of all, I've cut my lines to the exact pre-lengths that I want, so we go from there. I've just stretched this out enough to like that. Look, there's a length. Let me see. I could measure this, you know, but give me a sec. Right, I'm back. So I'll do it this way so you can see, because obviously people like to know the measurements. People do like to know the measurements. So I better give you the measurements, haven't I? I better explain the measure. For you guys who want to make this rig, this is one of my go-to little rigs that I don't often show on my channel, but yeah. We'll do this. I'll do it in inches, you can transfer it. 31 inch. We'll go for 31 inch across. Okay? So that's nearly 3 foot. Nearly 3 foot, so something like that. So yeah. There we go. There we go. So top piece, 31 inch. What you want to do now is you want to swivel on top. You want to swivel. So whatever knot you do, you do. But I just use this is it grinning knot or something? 3-turn grinning knot. I go around once, twice, 3 times, like so. And then back through the loop I just made. And then again, back through. Again, it's a strong knot this. Some people might call it a uni knot, is it? I call it a grinning knot or something. I was always taught it's like a grinning knot. But do whatever knot you feel good. Lube. Carboilers, Mr. Sandman's tackle time, what's there? Right. Pliers. Nip onto that. Give it a good tull. Then trim your tag end on. So you're left with this. Hold on. That hurts, but you've got to pull, make sure it's going to snap. That's the knot you're left with, you see. There's all types of knots. So that's my knot. It's quite a nice, neat knot. There's other ways I'll do it, which I'll show you in the video. I'll do another one. Let me just blow my nostril. Right. So there we go. So we want that. Your next part of the video, the next part pieces you'll need. Where are we? A couple of crimps. You don't have to use crimps. You can do all this with probably not crimps, but I'm gonna make it a little bit of a snazzy ring. 2 crimps is what you'll need. 2 crimps. So first of all, you put your first crimp on. First crimp on. You need 2 beads, 2 small beads. Your bead on. Swivel. Your bead. Your crimp. So there's that, like so. So you end up with something like this. I like to crimp the bottom one first, just to stop the rig from going all the way out, losing your bead. So you want it a fair way down. So you want it about there. Give yourself a good drop. Because obviously you don't want to get tangled or out. So I've got crimping pliers, but I can't find them. But just don't crimp this too hard. That was my knuckles. Just crimp this enough so it doesn't obviously do any. Crimp it too hard, you damage the lot. Damage the knot. Well, the line. If it's crimped too hard and you damage the line, you get a good fish on. That's wearing away. It could snap off. It could snap off in cast. You know, there's a lot of pressure. So look. So you end up with something like that, look. Free flowing. You don't want that too tight where you can't spin that. You want that just tight enough up to it where you can spin it. So hit that to that. Again. Squeeze one. Two crimps. You don't want it hit it too hard, but you just want enough to crimp it down. So then you end up with this part of the rig. Like so. So next is this. I'm using this. You can just use a swivel on the end of that instead and do it a swivelly way, but I've got these from what I found. Most of this stuff I found when it comes to these like bits. You want that like so. Put that on the rig like so. Then you want the stop knot. A bead for the stop knot thing. So there's a bead. Then you end up with this, look, sliding. Then next, you want that to be like that. You know what I mean? So you want this. On here. Right. So, like so. Tie that to there. And obviously, if you do it this way, you can do it what I do. And put a clip for your rig the other end. So I'll show you in a minute as well. Tie this on. I'll show you the other knot I do. So watch. Pay attention. Go around. 1, 2, 3. 3. Right. Bring this wrap through the hole you just made there, look. Through the hole you just made there. But instead of going back through the hole 3 times that way, go through the top hole. See this little top hole, little tag here? Go through here. 1, 2, 3. Thanks to Mr. Sandman's tackle time that I got this knot from. I'm not going to claim it's my own. Go on, like that. So you end up with a knot like that. Use your pliers again to hold on to it. This knot ain't going to come loose. This is a very strong knot. Cinch it tight. I think it's gone very well, that knot, but it didn't go as I wanted it to go, but it's not coming out, that knot. So you end up with a knot like that, it ain't coming out. So there's most of your rig made already, look. So let's focus on the top snood, or the hook length, how you want to call it. I do like the word snood. It's an old school rig terminology word. I like it. So, here we go. The top piece, I've already cut these to length already, just for the video purposes. We're using F1 for the F1, and this is £18 line I'm going for what I'm doing. You can see there, look, £18 line F1. You want to know the mils? It's 35 mils. It's 8 kilos. So I just want to show you that part. Right. So we'll do another knot. I'll do the other way. Right. That's just a quick one right back. Finish this up. We will be fishing today, so this might. I'll put this out before the video. I might even stick it in the video. I don't know yet. It's Friday. Next week's Good Friday, so have an amazing Easter. Friday I can't do this soon. Sorry, camera switched around. I'm not trying to switch the camera, I'm trying to find out. The 11th of April, it's a Friday. Right, we'll just quickly trim this tag. I'm taking my time for you guys. Normally I'd have it made by now because I'm quite quick at making rigs, but to show you. So then, right, let me just trim this down. You don't want this really long, so you want this a short snood. So you want a short snood really, just like this. I'll measure the end to there for you. This is how I make mine. You can do yours as long as you want. So we've got from the top 7.5 inches from the length of that, and 7.5 inches I measure that at. Then we can use this bit of thicker line. I like to use this bit of thicker line for the bottom part of the rig, because the bottom part of the rig is going to be longer, so it's going to be flat to the bottom. So let me just see. So let's get this to a manageable piece of. Cut this at 2 foot. So you want 2 foot. I've got here, which on here it goes up. There's 2 foot cut for the bottom. So which you'll tie this swivel on. The water I'm fishing in is not clear, so there's no real need for like fancy beads and all that. It's just not clear for what. I don't think it'll help. Again, just pull it. Oh, there's my little simple. Nice and strong. Then this is a small rig for what I'm doing. The hooks are tiny. These are Cox and Row. I can't remember the size. I've had these years in the box, but I'll give you a look on there. They're about an inch from the end. Nearly an inch and a half. They're almost an inch and a half. So they're tiny really, but these are perfect for the sole. I've only got a mouse sole, so 310. Green or not. Pull tight again. Hold on, get your hook. Okay. So you end up with that, like so. So you can just clip that on, and then tie the top hook on, like so. It's not a clip down this. I don't want it to be. I can make a clip now next, but I need to go to the shop in a minute to get bits and bobs. Quick trim for the video. Here you have my one up, one down slidey clip rig. So look, clip that through there, so you can make a load of these ones up, bottom ones, and just replace that when you get a fish. Just pull that off. You could possibly do it for the top one, make the same thing for the top, but this is how I do mine anyway. I'll put this lead on. This is a sliding lead, about 2 ounce, I think, something like that. These are using that. 85 grams. I think it's about 2 ounce, I believe. Just over 3 ounce, 2 ounce. 2 to 3 ounce. So there we go. This is my one up, one down slidey. So that goes like that below the lead. That like that. And that can slide around, so it's like a slider rig, you know. Fish can take that and pull it off and go wee. So obviously when that casts, it's going to go over there, you see. So we don't want it to tangle, you see. We don't want it to tangle. So look, here we go on the casting range. There it is. It's a simple rig and effective. I've shown you the components. I'll put a picture in. And yeah, if this goes into the video, I'll put a timestamp of where it is, so you can just watch the rig video if you want. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, tight lines. We'll see you later on. And yeah, have an amazing day. Tattoo's still healing. It's okay to talk. Scott checking out, and his man club. Little shout out there. Take care, all.